So the NASCAR Go Bowling at the Glen is on this weekend, aka the NASCAR Watkins Glen race. So looking at this is a race that has been on the calendar for a very long time now. In fact, the first Watkins Glen race was all the way back in the 1950s. But who has won the most Watkins Glen races in the NASCAR Cup Series? Well, let's dive into the list here. So like I said, this race has been on the calendar since 1957, albeit it's not been there continuously. In fact, it only had that sole race in the 50s in 57, a couple races in the mid 60s, and then it was not held again until 1986. And since then, it's been on the calendar pretty much every year since then, and it's found a real place as a home in NASCAR, really. I mean, you think about road courses in NASCAR, there's not many of them. Watkins Glen and Sonoma are the only two really that have been on the calendar for a long time. But the Glen is very much a cool track to go around, located in upstate New York. It's a real challenge for the NASCARs to get around. But who's won the most races here? Well, normally I do a top 5 or so when it comes to the main winners of this race, but there's a big tie between the multiple winners who have had two winners. So I need to go through them first. There are 30 guys ahead of that, so it's effectively a joint fourth between a few different drivers. So I'll just rattle them off pretty quickly here. I'll go from the most recent to the oldest. So Kyle Larson is the most recent person to win 2 races around this track. He has won in 2021 and 2022. He'll be looking to make it 3 this weekend, no doubt. Chase Elliott has also won twice here in 2018 and 2019. Kyle Busch, he's won in 08 and also 2013. Marcus Ambrose won back-to-back here in 2011 and 2012. Ricky Rudd also won in 88 and 1990, and then Rusty Wallace in 87 and 89. But who's won 3 times here? Well, it's none other than one of my favourite NASCAR drivers of all time, the self-titled, I don't know if he calls himself this, but he was basically the old man of NASCAR when I was first getting into the sport in the late 2000s. It's Mark Martin. He won 3 times in a row actually here, the only person to win 3 in a row, other than the next guy we're going to talk about. But he won in 1993, 94 and 95, so not bad at all. Next up with 4 wins overall at this track, it is Jeff Gordon. He won 3 times in a row as well, 97, 98, 99, and also almost made it 5 in a row, but he won in 2001 as well. So yeah, very good driver, of course, a legend of the sport, absolutely. And the next guy on this list, the only person to win it 5 times, is also a legend of the sport too, Tony Stewart. Smoke won here in 2002, 2004, 2005, 2007, and again in 2009. The only person to win it 5 times in a row. The only guys on this list that are still racing at the moment are, of course, Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, and Kyle Larson. All of those guys can match Mark Martin this week with a win. Of course, Kyle Busch has not had a win this season. Kyle Larson very much is going to be looking to get back into winning ways this weekend, but he's going to have some stern competition from SVG, and again, Juan Pablo Montoya's racing around here this weekend, a former winner of the NASCAR Watkins Glen race. But there you go, guys. Did that surprise you? Did it surprise you that Smoke got the most wins here in NASCAR history? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and of course, let us know as well who is your pick to win the race this weekend at the Go Bowling at the Glen. I love NASCAR sponsorships. It's just unashamedly, this is what it is, this is what you have to call it, and this is what it's going to be known as. So yeah, see you very soon for some more NASCAR content, because we're going to react to this race, of course, as well on Monday morning my time, so that'll be in the middle of the night for you guys over in the US on Sunday night. So yeah, see you very soon.